Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to episode number 21 of our Expert Calamity Mod Let's Play series. So today, we have one goal and one goal only, and that is to get to 500 health. You can see I'm already at 410 because I did slightly do a bit of work off camera. That's also why I have a Godly Trinity that now does a base 86 damage, and I also thought I would mention that we did just kill our first Tim of the series, and we got a Plasma Rod, which is, to say the least, interesting. So it makes this huge explosion. Also, the Goblin Army's arrived, so I guess that's a thing. But it makes this huge explosion, right? And I'm assuming... Nope, can't even be made into anything else. So that is kind of useless. Anyways, like I was saying before I was talking about that, we pretty much have one goal, and that is to get to 500 health today, because I thought it would be a good idea to get max life before we kind of do any of the other bosses. But here's where it gets interesting. In Calamity, obviously the mod is a bit different, and therefore 500 health is nowhere close to the max life you can actually get. And funny enough, one of the items pretty much that gets you above max life we can currently make, but the problem is we need to have 500 health before we can use it. So that's really going to be my only goal today, and like I said, I did mention I did some work off camera defeating some bosses and stuff for gold, and ended up getting 2 life fruits. So that is a thing, and there is a life fruit nearby. It's right there. Sweet. And when we get to this life fruit, I can show you the recipe for what I'm talking about in terms of getting the past 500 health. I'm pretty sure the item gets us to 5, or would get us to 550. So if we go in here and put that in here, you can see there's actually a lot of accessories that it has. But I'm looking at the blood orange, so it says permanently increases maximum life by 50, can only be used if the max amount of life fruit has been consumed. You can see that it just requires 10 of each essence, Souls of Night and Souls of Light, meaning we can in fact make that. But once again, like I said, we do need to have 500 health before we can use that. So I'm expecting this to take kind of a long time, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut out all the life fruits I find, and I will hopefully be back somewhat soon with 500 health. Multiple hours later, and you can see the first big change being that we have 495 health. The second change being we have a very, very large life fruit farm that I ended up making because it was taking forever to find them without Spelunker potions because I actually ran out. But down there, not sure if you saw that, but we do have the last life fruit we need for 500 health right here. So, just like that, we now have 500 health. But, if you remember what I said just a second ago, we do need 10 more life fruits to make that accessory to get 550 health. And I can tell you, for an extra 50 health, I definitely will take that time. So, I'll cut this out again, and there's one already. I'll cut this out again. I'm probably going to have to go also farm some Souls of Night, so I'll do that off camera before I come back. And hopefully, when I do come back, we will be ready to make that accessory. I'm not sure what's happening with my screen right now, but it looks a bit odd. Bit of an interesting thing to come back at. We are actually defending against the Goblin Army that, I don't know when that started. It was a while ago, I'm pretty sure, but I'm still sitting here fighting it. I just realized, need to set my spawn point in case I die. But anyways, so the reason I'm over here is because I do actually have our 10 life fruit, as you can see. And I've assembled everything into stacks that we will need. But as you can see, we don't exactly have all the Essence of Chaos, which we need to get from the Underworld. And while we're down there, we're going to farm out a lot of the Souls of Night that we also need. And we just got, where is it? There we go, Ruthless Shadow Flame Dagger, which we might honestly keep in our inventory because, I mean, I know we used it in our last playthrough, so that's kind of why I don't want to use it. But I mean, it does 58 damage, which is, I mean, it's still pretty good. It's like 30 damage less than the sword, but at the rate you throw it, I mean, pretty much makes up for it. Either way, we're about to defeat them here. I'll just go ahead and farm out the rest of the stuff I need, and we'll hopefully be back with 550 health. So, I just got out of the, I was about to say corruption, it's the Crimson. I got a lot of money, and I also got a few Souls of Night. I ended up getting a lot of Souls of Night, actually. And I killed the Perforator Hive simply because it dropped a lot of Souls of Night each time I killed it, and that was a good money boost. And then I can quick stack all of this, because I have been keeping a lot of this stuff in here, and I actually just realized I should not have sold those bars, because there's a new weapon I could have made. Speaking of new weapons, I also, let me sort this out here. Or not, it's not actually a weapon, but I got the fungal carapace when I was in the, what's that called? The glowing mushroom biome, and that also goes into the absorber. So, we have the grain gelatin, we have the fungal carapace, we have the giant shell, we have the giant tortoise shell, we also have the Amidius spark, meaning the only thing we need is a seashell, which I'm not sure where that is. Once again, that is made at an ancient manipulator, so I'm not exactly, you know, trying to get that extremely fast. But either way, we have ourselves a blood orange. Wow, 5. That kind of looks weird. Also, no. Okay, so apparently I just wasted a lot of time because I ended up getting 10 life fruit instead of 5, and you're probably screaming at the screen when I was getting 10. I guess I've made a future investment so that whenever we need life crystal, or I'm sorry, life fruit again, we will have that. Now, there is something else I wanted to make, which requires me to go back home. Also, what I'm having that weird music glitch again. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's actually pretty annoying with the clashing music. Either way, the thing I want to do requires me to go back to the old house once again, so I'll meet you back there. So now I've assembled all the things I need, and I don't have an anvil. Oh, okay, well never mind. It requires a demon altar anyway, so I can't make it here. Basically, it is, where is it? This Crim Saber. I'm probably not going to use it, seeing as it only does 56 damage, but I thought it would be a good idea to make it anyways. Also, Moonlight summons the moon. Cryo bar. That could be important and useful. So anyways, I'm going to go over to a demon altar so that I can go ahead and make this sword. Let's hope this isn't a disappointment. Quick Crim Saber. Well, I mean, it does, like I said, it does 56 damage, and... Oh! Hold on. So, I'm pretty sure you just saw that. It rains down Ichor. But the question remains, is that Ichor just kind of like an effect, and that... Does it actually do damage, or... does it actually infect the Ichor debuff? Because if that's the case, this could be really good, because you don't even have to kill the enemy, I think. You just have to hit the enemy to get that debuff. I'm going to probably try that out on something up here. Let's try it out on this Martian saucer. No, so okay, it actually inflicts the Ichor debuff. That's kind of cool. So it inflicts it normally, and then it also rains it down. Either way, I'm not going to use this sword because, like I said, the sword I have right now is a million times better. But I thought that would just be something cool to make since it is Calamity exclusive. So I was just searching, I was putting my materials and things into this little checklist just to see if there are any kind of unique things we could make, because that's kind of what my goal was, other than getting the max life this episode, was just to make some more weapons to use. And I found an interesting one, the Caustic Edge, which goes into a true Caustic Edge, and I'm pretty sure we can actually make both of those right now. So it requires a blade of grass, which, if I'm remembering correctly, just needs jungle spores and stingers, and then it needs 5 death weeds, and something I know we are not going to have. It needs a lava bucket, which will require me to go make a bucket and then go get lava, which shouldn't be that hard. So I'm gonna go do that now. And first, oh right, still don't still don't have an anvil. Oh man. Well, actually, I guess because we do have quite a bit of. Oh wait, that's right. I can't even smelt my mithril because I don't have a furnace here either. Aren't I just the smartest person? Okay, I'm gonna sort some things out, and I'll be back with you when I'm done. Back over in the ice home, I think we should be ready to just about make this. So, we need to make 10 bottles, I believe. We then need to go to this lake, make them into water bottles, and after we do that, we then need to go to the witch doctor. Where is the witch doctor? I really hope you're joking right now. I really hope you're joking. Witch doctor, go right there. Please, move in instantly. Of course not. We're gonna have to go. I'll be back when I'm at the witch doctor. Had to travel all the way across the world just to get that. Yikes. So anyways, now we will go ahead, place down the imbuing station, and make 5 flasks of ichor and 5 flasks of poison. And with that out of the way, oh, what did I do wrong? It's at a demon altar. Meaning we have to go all the way back to the other spawn, which luckily does not take long, but then I'll just have to set my spawn point back here again. So, if we go down to this demon altar, we should be able to make, there it is, we should be able to make the Caustic Edge, and then the true Caustic Edge. Sweet. But the question is, what does the sword actually do? So, oh, it bounces. I guess that's kind of cool, but yeah, it's definitely not as good as the Trinity or the Ark of the Ancients, but it is a recipe in something that I want later, which is this thing, the Yerim's Ulti Sword, because it only requires like a Knight's Edge, or a Bloody's Edge in our case, or actually a true Bloody's Edge, 5 flasks of venom, 5 flasks of cursed flames, and chlorophyte bars. But I kind of read some of this. 50% chance to give the player the Tyrant's Fury buff on enemy hits. This buff increases melee damage, speed, and crit chance by 30%, and it does 116 damage, with a 23 base critical strike chance. It is literally perfect. And then you can see it also goes into a higher form, which does 341 damage. So that's kind of my weapon goal right now in terms of like if I'm trying to get anything specific. But with that out of the way, I think that is going to do it for today's episode. I went ahead, I got 550 health, which was in itself pretty impressive and took a long time. I then also made a few different accessories and gathered some things. So, not anything insanely exciting, no boss fights. There will be one in the next episode, I can guarantee you that. So look out for the next episode for possibly Cryogen, which is a new boss, or I'm thinking Skeletron Prime. Nothing's set yet. Anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode, and without anything left, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.